What? You know, we made it here. We're at the finish line. Like, we are so close. Approaching one of the last steps of putting together this sweater. Wild. Look at it. Look at it. It's so pretty. Today, we are knitting. For my birthday, I found out about this really cool store called Wool and the Gang that sells crochet kits and knitting kits, and I think honestly more kits than that, for really cute sweaters, bags, blankets, all types of things. And so I got a set. So this is what it looks like. It's so adorable. This is a beginner kit because I've knitted one thing, but I didn't want to get too ahead of myself because I'm not an avid knitter, I would not say. So in my beginner kit, I got the stronger sweater. It comes in tons of colors. I got this really pretty orangey color. I don't really know, but I thought it was nice. I will say that I had a really easy time ordering my sweater. My sister, on the other hand, ordered something from Wool and the Gang and had so many issues. She ordered something like a month ago and it still hasn't come. But this is gonna be really fun. I thought for today's video, I'm going to be trying to knit my own sweater and seeing if I feel like this is really like beginner friendly, if it looks like the photo in the end, if it is good quality, is it as cute as it looks. So let's open this up. It says that it comes with 8 balls of yarn. Oh, it's so pretty in the color called Terracotta Blush. Terracotta Blush. It's super soft. If the sweater feels like this, we're in for a good time. I'll tell you that. Okay. So it seems like this bag is really just 8 balls of yarn, but there's also this. Okay. Wool and the Gang, #made unique. Hello, next project. Inside you'll find easy to follow instructions and a sewing needle to help you finish your project. Okay, your adventure starts now. Okay, so it says that before I should start, I should play around with this yarn and get used to it and check your tension. It also says that I should practice the stitching. So this is annoying. There's a lot of like prep work. I don't want to do that. I just want to start my sweater. For this pattern, the tension is 17 stitches, 30 rows, which means that you'll work in garter stitch. Mom, I need help. I don't know what I was expecting, but I'm annoyed. Okay, so let's take my needles. Okay, we'll pick that up later. Got my end to make a slip knot. Let's see if I can remember how to make a slip knot. Let's see. Oh yeah, I do. Created the slip knot. Success. So it says I need to do a cable cast on, but I don't know if I know how to do a cable cast on. I don't know how I feel about this. Okay, I might need to go and do some work and I'll come back to you. Let's hope that I'm able to do this. This is hard. Ah! Okay. Check in later. So, Wool and the Gang has a lot of tutorials, except does not have a tutorial for whatever a cable cast on is. Luckily, I think I looked up a third-party video, and I'm pretty sure that's the cast on that I know. So that is good to keep track of your stitches with like dashes. So I have some paper here, and I'm going to be keeping track. The slip knot is my first one, so I have 1, and now I'm about to have 2. So exciting! Okay, let's see. Oh, shh. Okay, I did it. 3 stitches. God, this is hard. I don't know if it's just me and I'm just like overthinking it, but I find these directions not as clear as they advertise them to be. I feel like the stitch that I did when I knitted my famous, infamous first scarf, the beautiful multicolored goddess that she is, that beautiful big scarf that is itchy as hell. When I knitted that, is it knitted or knit?
I think it's just when I knit that.
Okay, well when I knit that, what was I saying? all this work and I won't even have started my sweater yet. But I do think once I get started, like this is what I remember from knitting my scarf is that it took a while to get started, but then once I got started, I would just knit all the time. Once you get really into the flow of knitting, it's very mindless. I mean, sometimes, not if you're like doing something difficult, but if you're just doing the middle part of something. So I finished the first full row of my cast on. Then it says to knit across the 24 stitches. Knit how? Like that's, I feel like they could be a lot more clear about what type of stitch I'm doing in the very beginning, but you know, it's fine. I'm gonna just go with the garter stitch. Luckily the garter stitch in particular is a really easy stitch and very mindless.
You keep saying that, but then you lose count.
No. Oh no, I'm making this too tight, I think.
Happy birthday to you. Proceed to check out. Proceed to the checkout.
That's going in my video. I'm gonna say the cast on doesn't count out of the 36 rows that I need, but I might be wrong. Maybe it does count. Hi, my name is Sylvia and you're watching Disney Channel. Okay, I'm gonna sit here and watch some YouTube and keep working. My goal is maybe today to finish the tension swatch. My family, when they go shopping on Saturdays, buys coffee. And then they're so surprised when I have all this energy. Like, what do you expect?
She's like, literally, what you expect?
What you expect to make? The fact that I'm putting this embarrassing ass content on the internet. Oh, sorry. Shut up, Pippi. Can we stop recording before I do something really embarrassing? Raina, will you press stop? Will you stop recording? Disabled hack. It's really hard for me to itch my head. Knitting needles. So great. Or like my back. Because I can't reach my back. Oh my god. Ugh. Now I remember why knitting is so great. Is that gross? I feel like someone will think that's gross. But you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. I can't reach my back. What am I supposed to do about it? I can't reach my head. What am I supposed to do about it?
Shut up. Jesus.
I asked you to stop recording. Hello, it's the next day, and I finished my tension swatch. Look how pretty she is. It's very soft. To be completely honest, there are definitely some tears of frustration yesterday. I fully started over once, and I might have started over again, but I don't remember. I definitely had to undo some stuff. It was hard. I now feel like I really know the material and it feels like so much easier now. I'm really glad that they made me do this tension swatch. It was really annoying. I didn't want to. I was lazy, but I would have really messed up my sweater if I didn't. I haven't measured it yet, but I will say that it looks very uniform. It didn't at first. Again, I did start over because it looked a hot mess. So now that I've made this swatch, I need to measure it. Shoot. Supposed to be that 30 rows is 10 centimeters, but for me, 30 rows is about 9 centimeters. I don't really understand. Here, wait, Raina, look at this.
Sylvia, I kind of don't want to help you because I don't know how to knit.
Okay, we're okay. So this tension is important in more advanced patterns, but for accessories and beginner pieces, my sweater is a beginner piece, it'll be fine if you're a little off the mark. And I'm about a centimeter off, so I think that's okay. Okay, so we are starting the sweater. Oh my god, this is so exciting. This is so confusing. I thought I was doing it right yesterday, but now it looks wrong. Just don't look right. Oh, bullocks. That looks so wrong.
Are you just doing the cast on still?
Yes!
Wait, how are you gonna fit 80 onto that?
It goes off. Right?
What?
No, I'm casting on. But this does not look great. I'm not casting on correctly, I don't think. Does anyone know how to cast on?
Stop asking us to be done. We literally don't want to knit.
Oh, maybe I just fixed the problem. Maybe I just fixed the problem.
Shut up.
What? What?
You guys get on my nerves.
Why?
Well, what are we gonna do for dinner tonight?
Why does that make us get on your nerves?
Mom's an instigator. Oh, I don't know if I did this right.
Oh my god, literally gonna kill you.
I'm not being appreciated in this household for the comic relief that I provide. I'd like that to go on record, please.
On whose record?
I'm recording right now.
Oh, right.
So it's quite a bit later. Let's see, what day is it? It's June 15th, and I haven't updated this video in quite some time just because I've just been knitting like a crazy woman, and it's all I do, and it's not that interesting just to watch me knit. But I finished the first part of the body. So look at this. It's 20 inches or 20 and a half inches long. It looks, if I do say so myself, it looks pretty good. It's, you know, has some errors. I'm not gonna pretend that it's perfect, but I'm very proud of it. I'm working on the second body right now, and my plan is that whichever body looks better, I'll just have one in the front and the better one in the front. It took me 2 weeks to do this body. I have started the next one, which is just a duplicate of this, and I'm about a week into that. As you can see here, this is the second part of the body. I also have made a little mistake, but that's okay. I'm definitely getting better. It's good. I've spent a lot of time listening to podcasts while I've been knitting, you know, just knit, listen. We're listening to 1619 right now, which is so good. I'm not like a podcast connoisseur, but it's definitely the best podcast I've ever listened to. Each episode kind of looks at a different part of American history, specifically Black American history, and it's really educational. I'm learning a ton and really interesting, so you should listen to that. That's all. I have to get back to knitting now. Bye. Hi, so I'm pretty embarrassed because it is clearly no longer summertime. We are in the end of December. Yesterday was Christmas, and I have not touched my knitting project since July, I think, so like 6 months ago. And I don't really have a reason. I was just doing it so much and I kind of got over it. But I am really determined to finish this project in my lifetime, but hopefully, you know, sooner rather than later. And I feel like I'm ready for another go. I'm ready to pick up where I left off. So let's look at my Wool in the Gang bag. I literally have not touched this since I put it away this summer. If I remember correctly, when I took a break, an extended break if you will, I had finished both of the bodies and had the arms to go. So like really within the home stretch. I'm a little worried to relearn how to knit because I think if I close my eyes, like it goes in, around. Yeah, I think I can do it. Where's my, what the heck? Wait, where are my knitting needles? And where's my, what? Mom, didn't I start an arm? I did. Where's my arm? My half an arm isn't here, and neither are my knitting needles. Whew. Thank God. Okay, we've recovered. Here is where I left off. Some solid development on one arm. Awesome. Okay, should I just try to do it?
I practice on a swatch first, but
I think this is what we call YOLO. I'm just gonna try. Oh no, I can do this. Oh yeah, I got it. I feel it coming back. My mojo's coming back. Oh my God, this is so fun. Why did I ever stop this? 2021, early 2021, I will have a completed sweater. okay? I'm manifesting it. This is my manifestation. Do you hear me, Sylvia? Early 2021, this sweater will be complete. Hello, it is time for a knitting update. It's 10 days later, and I've spent the last 10 days working semi-leisurely, semi-focusedly, that wasn't a word, on finishing my sleeve. And today I finished, so let's show you. This is my completed sleeve. Isn't she cute? I might have like one error, but overall it was pretty seamless. This isn't an error, I swear. It looks like an error, but it isn't. It'll be tucked in later. And she's a beauty. Casting off, did not like. I don't like casting off. What I dislike even more than casting off is casting on. So that is what we're about to do. There are certain things in life that I'm just not good at. And I'm not being like self-deprecating. You know, everyone has their skills. My skills do not include geography, spelling, and counting. This is just to show that like I have flaws, you know. I'm a flawed person, like we all are. And counting, I find really stressful, especially for something as important as my sweater. That's like too much fudge. Oh no, did I just F up my slip knot? Ah, sorry. The whole point of the slip knot, right, is that it's supposed to be fudge nuggets. No, I created a small knot in my yarn. Oh no. Okay, whew. Okay. I also don't really remember how to do a cast on. I think it's like, right? I don't know how I do it. Okay, so Wool and the Gang has all these diagrams that come with their projects. I'm sorry, but these diagrams are shite, okay? Who can understand this? What the heck? What does this mean? I have instead been going to YouTube and looking up YouTube videos, and I find them so much clearer. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Let me pull up a cast on YouTube video, because it doesn't matter how much I knit, I will never remember how to do things for the first time.
So that the slip knot tightens around my needle, it's nice and snug. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh,
it's kind of looped around.
I remember.
Okay, so I'll show you that again. Left hand.
No, I don't need to see it again, it's okay.
And bring it over.
Wait, what? They completely lost me. Quick little update. Oh wait, let me cover my AirPods. Okay, quick little update. I have successfully cast on 78 stitches for my last sleeve. So now I'm gonna start my favorite part, which is just doing the really basic garter stitch. Hello. Today is a very exciting day because I'm gonna assemble my sweater. Well, I'm gonna start to. It'll take more than a day, probably. I've had such a fun time working on this project. It's been really hard, and it definitely has taken me quite a bit of time. But, you know, we made it here. We're at the finish line. Like, we are so close to be able to wear the sweater. I want to show you the pieces that I have before I assemble this sweater. Really, I will say that this is a very easy pattern. I have really just 4 big pieces. We have sleeve number 1, sleeve number 2, body number 1, body number 2. Okay, let's pretend that this like looks nice and that this is like a cool aesthetic setup, okay? Can we just pretend that? Also, I'm sorry about the really loud dog in the background. We're also gonna pretend that you don't hear that. So now for the body, I'm just picking, I'm looking at the body and seeing which side looks better, like which side has less mistakes, because I want the side that looks better on the outside. To be honest, I'm very confused, but we're just gonna go with it. Here, let me move you over. Is that better? It's good enough. I don't get it. Do you just not need to tie it? I mean, I guess not. Okay. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure what I'm supposed to do now. I mean, I kind of know, but it's also kind of weird and confusing. So we're just gonna wing it and hope that what I think I'm supposed to do is what I'm supposed to do. Okay, okay. Ooh. I'm sewing the two sides together. So I have this. I'm just going through and putting it through here. Okay, this actually isn't that bad. Look it, I've already, here, can you see? Look it, I've already done that. I've sewed this part together. So I think that I can do this. So I kind of faced a problem as where I didn't know what I was doing and I got really confused. And then I called him back up and Raina read the directions and told me I was doing it wrong. But it's okay, it wasn't that off.
I didn't say it like that.
No. She said it nicely, but she didn't tell me I was doing it wrong, but she explained to me what to do, and that was showing me that I was doing my thing wrong. I'm about to start putting on the sleeve, so wild.
Wow!
Look at it. I mean, obviously it's not done. How does it look?
It looks amazing. I'm really excited to see when the sleeves are actually sewn together.
Yeah, and the bottom isn't sewn together either.
Wow, that is so cool.
Hello friends. I am approaching one of the last steps of putting together this sweater. What? I have watched another tutorial to learn how to do another seam, and now I'm just working on it. So my plan is to go as long as I can without hurting my back, because I will say hunching over like this does hurt my back. And I'm gonna watch some White Queen while I do it. So we're just chilling. I have my hot chocolate that I'm hopefully not gonna spill in my sweater. Oh, that's hot. Ow, 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 ow. Hydrating water check. Okay, I'm gonna go. I have nothing to say. Oh God, this is really bad lighting, isn't it? Sometimes I will like start to film a clip and I'll be like, oh, this lighting isn't that bad. Also, do you like my polka dots? Aren't these cute? Anyways, I'm like, this isn't that bad lighting. But then I just start filming and then suddenly it's like, wait, no, yes it is. It is bad lighting. This is bad. Oh no, let's do another time, what's it called when you speed it up? Look at it, it's so pretty. I just kind of love just like looking at it. And right now I'm looking through the viewfinder and I just love, it just makes me want to stare at myself forever. It's so expensive looking. And I feel like it just looks very luxe. Like it just, yes, this is my Reformation sweater that I bought for $300. But I actually made it myself. I'm obsessed with this. It's so nice. And it fits me perfectly. I will say that because I have shorter arms, you were supposed to make these cuffs, right? And you were supposed to make it, they were only supposed to be 3 inches, but it would have gone to like here, and that would have been a little, it would have been a little awkward length for me, so I made the cuffs a little bigger, and they're 3.5 inches. So I really got to personalize it for myself. I also love this like shoulder detailing, where you kind of like see a little skin at your shoulder. I think it looks really cute. So I cut off my head, but I wanted you to get like a better picture of what it looks like. As you can see, it's the perfect length for my very short torso, and it fits my arms perfectly. It has this really nice rib detailing, or this like seam that I made for it. Just a warning, this will be the only item of clothing that I wear ever. When you see me wear this in every future YouTube video, just ignore it. I think buying a new sweater that you love and feel like is so perfect for you can be really exciting anyways, but the fact that like I made this and I think it looks really good is so cool. I was on Wool and the Gang's website recently, and on their page for this, which is the stronger sweater, I did notice that they say that the knit time in total is 24 hours, which I personally think is BS. I was knitting pretty fast, okay, and this did not take me 24 hours of knitting time. No. And it's not like I'm a bad knitter. I'm not a great knitter, but I'm not that bad either. And even if I hadn't taken my like 5-month hiatus in the middle, it still would have taken me over 24 hours. I definitely think it took at least 100 hours to make this. I will definitely be purchasing another kit from Wool and the Gang in the future. Yeah, I'm officially a knitter. A knitting expert is gonna be going on my resume and my LinkedIn, just FYI. Thank you for coming along on this very long journey with me. I know that it's taken months. I really hope that you liked this video. I hope you liked my sweater. I mean, how could you not like my sweater? Look how nice it is. Like, I made this. This was put together with my own 2 hands. I didn't pay for someone else to make this. I made this myself.